The Loud Spot podcast uses adult humor and adult language in its broadcast. It may be unsuitable for younger audiences. Viewer discretion is advised. Also, we are idiots. Please don't take anything we say offensive or to heart.
Oh no! Oh boy! Ah, here it comes! The motherfucking Loud Spot!
I forgot we're supposed to work on the the intro video. I totally forgot about that just now. I was like, oh shit, I forgot.
Yeah, it's fine. I mean, it's not that bad. It's not that
No,
bad.
it's not that bad. Before we get the show started, I want to remind everyone to please subscribe to our YouTube channel, or if you listen on audio, Spotify, Apple, Pandora, iHeartMedia, and wherever you listen to your podcast, subscribe to us. I also want to mention, if you like energy drinks or hydration drinks, go to dubby.gg. That's DUBBY.gg. Use promo code TheLoudSpot for 10% off of your order. Remember, it's The Loud Spot, all one word for the promo code. Good stuff, good flavors, and it's a jitterless energy drink. You know, Sam, we had some topics to talk about, and we're going to change it up a little bit because, man.
Wait, we always do, because you end up not sticking to the script ever.
I know. Well, because things come up randomly, and I didn't know this. So Sam and I did a reaction video to Ronnie Radke and Tech Nine's song that just came out a couple weeks ago called Ronald. And man, you know, we got some nice comments. We also got some hate comments, and we kind of like the hate comments. They do make us laugh. So
Yes.
let's put the first one up there. I see why you have no comments. This reaction is boring and annoying. It's just complaining and lame jokes. Good job. Who's that from? That's from Andrew something. Andrew Robbins 4343.
Okay, so here's the thing. Remember, we say this all the time. We're idiots. We're dumb.
Yep.
Yes, you're right. Our jokes are usually dad jokes. They're not even good jokes. They're really bad dad jokes. A lot of times when we do these reaction videos, we haven't seen the video itself, so we're trying to do it spontaneous on the moment. Sometimes it works. Most of the time it doesn't. So you're right, Andrew. Thank you for the wonderful comments, and we love the hate.
Hey, at least he commented. He said he's the no one comments, but then he commented, and he said good job. At the end of it, he did say good job. So we'll take the good job. And the other one we're gonna put is from Aaron Rushfit. I like that they made the music video screen larger, but their comments are too over the top. They act like they're trying too hard to show how much they hate Falling in Reverse or Ronnie. Like, you hate them, but thanks for the publicity. They're basically the same types of people being talked about and Watch the World Burn when he was saying, if you hate me, why you acting obsessive? And Tech Nine has been well established for over 30 years. Dude at the top has no idea what the fuck he's talking about. So I say to you, first, I didn't think we were hating on Ronnie at all.
No,
we like the song.
We loved the song, and I love Tech Nine. I think Tech Nine made the video. Honestly, he made the video more rounded. And the more and more I listen to the song, the more and more I like it. Whereas other people say, now is it a heavy song that won't probably get radio play? Absolutely, it's too heavy with Alex Terrible in there with the gutturals and all that.
That's
kind
just
of
being
stuff.
honest.
Yeah,
that's being honest. No. That's not hating. And dude at the top was me, so I guess I don't know what the fuck I'm talking about, which is not a lie.
Which is true. It is 100% true. 100% true.
Hey, I agree with that comment. And it kind of starts off almost not hating on us, but then goes to hate on us.
Yeah,
that's okay.
That's fine. Hate on us all you want. We love the hate. We're just like Ronnie. If you want to give us hate, and guess what? It's an opinion. You're entitled to it. Have it and tell us about it too, because we crack up at these things. We are not serious people, and we are not serious live when it comes to live reaction. They're just live reactions. It's just stuff we enjoy. So
yeah, and we normally pick songs that we like and artists that we like.
Yeah, you tend to always. Well, I tended to, but I try to give you something different all the time. But we actually had another video, but Sebastian wasn't feeling the video, so I said, hey, we haven't watched the Ronnie video all the way through, and we played this song, so let's take a look at it. So
later on in the episode, we do have a band from Kenya Our first band out of the whole continent of Africa that's coming on to the podcast. They are called CHOVU. So it's just really interesting to have a band and get some of their perspective on music and how they started and their culture. So that's coming on later on in the episode. But right now, let's discuss actors that are pigeonholed, right?
A lot of every one of them.
What typecast? They're typecast.
Yeah.
Okay.
Right.
There's an article that had what's his name? Alfonso Ribeiro. I think that's how you say it.
Something like that. It's
like Cuban or Colombian or something like that. Carlton, anyways.
Carlton
from Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. He says that show was good and bad, but he also thinks that the show Fresh Prince of Bel-Air, he lost his acting career because of Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. Because now here's the thing: there's actors that don't do stuff after they play a role like that. It's such a powerful role, like Steve Urkel, for instance. Jaleel
White.
There you go, Jaleel White. But I don't necessarily know that, because anyone can almost be typecast. Like Screech was typecasted, right?
Right.
But don't you think? And I'm not in the acting industry, nor is Sam. We do the music stuff. But wouldn't you say, in my opinion, that would be more of the manager's fault for not finding another role for their artist or their talent?
Yeah, I would agree 100%. I think it falls on the team as well as the actor or actress, depending on how, because a lot of times actresses want to be called actors. Just so we're
I've heard that before.
Yeah, exactly. Thespians, how about that? Thespians, even though it's related to lesbians. All right. So the good and bad about being in a great role or being in a standout role that people will know you for is that you will always be known for that role. Like we said, Jaleel White will always be known for Urkel. Alfonso Ribeiro will always be known for Carlton on Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. Whereas his counterpart, Will Smith, went on to make tons of movies, different from dramas to action to everything like that, all the way up to the slap, the Chris Rock slap. And then now is just hated in Hollywood. So the goods and bads of it, you get a great role, you get good money, you have a great, and it's usually in TV. I've noticed that it's in TV because
that's what I was going to say. From sitcoms to the big screen, is that transition sometimes is hard for sitcom actors. But one person that was able to do it was Michael J. Fox. Michael. He started in, was it Family Ties?
Or, Family Ties. That's right.
Is that what he was in?
Family Ties.
And he was able to go on and that was before Back to the Future.
Yeah. Another one is Tom Hanks. He was Bosom Buddies was his first TV role. Now, granted, you have to ask the question: were those very good TV roles that propelled them forward? Another one, Patrick J. Doogie Howser. Patrick J. Harris.
Neil Patrick
Harris. Yeah. I was saying, yeah. So he's very, he's all over the board, even to theater. So I would say managers, do a better role and find your artists, your actors and actresses, different roles outside of that. Convince them to do the theater. Convince them to do things outside of their outside of the sitcom thing. Now, if it's a money issue, tell them to swallow their pride and take this amount, stuff like that. That way they would at least have a sizzle reel somewhere along the way that say, look, my, I know this was a comedy, but look at my guy do drama. Look at my guy do action. And I think it would help, make the portfolio better.
I wonder if a lot of talent managers out there, I guess that's what talent agents is what you would say, right? Is that what you call them? I sometimes they may not be big in the scene. They're just maybe somebody knows, like a parent, sometimes because of the manager or a friend, someone close to them.
JoJo Siwa. Are we talking about JoJo Siwa?
No, is that her? Well, her mom's a man. Well, that's the same thing with, I think, Justin Bieber. I think his parents manage him, or a lot of parents manage the person that's on in the movies, or even musicians. But if you don't know and that role is not good enough for you, don't hold on to that person. Let them find someone else to do it. And I'm not the one to give advice because I'm not in it.
No.
I'm just thinking, if you have a big role like Carlton, there's even a dance called the Carlton now because of it. The whole
yeah,
thing.
exactly.
And I just think that he should have moved on with his career. Sure, he does America's Funniest Home Videos.
America's Funniest Home Videos, yeah.
But that's not like, and Dancing with the Stars, I think he's on.
I think he had a couple other sitcom roles, like in CSI, those kind of like Law and Order or something like that. He's probably yeah, it's just little small little roles that he's probably. But if that man can get a good movie role, that would be great. The thing in this industry, they say, especially for the movies, is to always get the B role, not the leading. So the co-starring or
you want the supporting actors role, maybe.
Yeah, exactly. That way, you're always in movies, but you're not always thrown in the limelight like that. And there's been tons of actors that have made a great career, and you'll know them when you see him. You're like, that dude was in this movie. That dude was in this movie.
In a world of LeBron James, be a Russell Westbrook.
That's right. That's right. Be a Russell. Never be the star, because you can't be. But yeah.
Before we move on to our first song, I do want to mention also that wouldn't this apply sometimes to the music industry? Because when I was thinking about this, and like people like Kramer, who kind of ruined his career because of his racist comment. And Joey from Blossom, who went on to just do Joey, and then Joey again, and he does all the things Joey.
Now he just like podcasts. Now it's like a podcast with his brother. Yeah,
but if this crosses over into music, wouldn't Vanilla Ice be kind of the main person to compare acting to music with? Because he went on to do rock music and nobody listened to it, but he came out with the Ice Ice Baby rock version. Like he wasn't reinventing. But I didn't hear all of his stuff, and I'm not hating on Vanilla Ice. I'm just saying he's typecasted, and really just that one song that made it famous.
Well, and to make it even worse, that because of the way it ended with the lies and stuff, that the PR team and all the people around him, drummed up during that time, because that's what it was always about. It was about the story. What's the backstory here? And he didn't have one really that great, because he was, and Mom and Dad did very well. He didn't live on the streets and all these.
Got a bunch of money and started a very nice construction company.
And he owns a lot of properties. And honestly, he is a really great guy, and he continues to do the Vanilla Ice thing and still does the retro stuff like that. So, good for him that he would continue to do that and honor it, because he knows that made him famous, and that's what kind of, I wouldn't say it pays the bills. I think his construction and his buying real estate pays the bills, but he continues to do that. But if he could get some acting roles, but he's not a very good actor. You've seen him in the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. He's not very good.
I don't think I saw it, but and just because a lot of musicians aren't good actors.
No,
but we should get Vanilla Ice on the show.
Sebastian is not a good actor. If you guys ever want to see some bad acting, give this guy lines and scripts. He will not now, if you can make him ad lib, which he's working on it, he's still very bad at ad libbing, but it's a lot better than trying to say lines and scripts.
Yeah, I know I'm not, but we should try to get Vanilla Ice on the show and have him do the Carlton. That'd be kind of cool to see. I don't know why I said that. Okay.
I don't know. God.
Let's go to our first song. We got The Used, man. Is this new?
It's a brand new song by The Used called Mezzed here on the left.
So cool. Yeah.
Is there something they know? Is there something I missed? Everyone around me seems to know how to live with this impossible burden of consciousness, knowing I'm gonna die, not knowing when that is. When we were kids, we used to get gold stars, aim for effort just for trying.
Did you hear about the bear stuck in the tree?
I did. I heard it is up in Colorado, and the park rangers decided a alternative means to get the bear down.
Well, they tried a drone first.
Right.
Okay, they tried the drone, and the bear just seemed kind of annoyed with it. Either the bear was annoyed or they were annoyed because it wasn't working.
Like playing King Kong, swiping at the drone, probably.
So what did they do? They played Black Sabbath.
I mean, that would make me come down the tree and be like, hey, wait, turn that up.
Well, they blasted it. And okay, first of all, you're a park ranger. You think you have some sort of techniques and tricks to the trade that I wouldn't know because I'm not a park ranger, but I know the tricks and techniques to my career, and I'm still learning the tricks and stuff like that to podcasting. But if you're a park ranger, you would think you would know, okay, there's a bear stuck in a tree. There's this that you do. No, he decided to blare Black Sabbath to see if it would take the bear down from the tree, and the bears apparently seemed to enjoy.
Right.
He was getting down.
So probably what ended up really happening was first they drugged the bear with some high dose of drugs, and then they played Black Sabbath and just increased the bear's appetite for this music, much like Ozzy. They'll take drugs before he gets on. So I could see it. Probably the bear was up there jamming high as a kite.
People get together and they say, "Oh, check out this song." Then someone's like, "No, check out this song." That everyone's right. No one really gives a shit. I wonder if the park ranger was just trying to educate some people on Black Sabbath, and so he was like, "I know what will get him down," but really, he just wanted his fellow employees to listen to Black Sabbath.
Black Sabbath. Now, the only question is, what was the bear doing up there, and was it bothering anyone? Because black bears and grizzlies, they climb trees all the time. So
it was during the day. It was during the day, so they just didn't want it up there. I think it's a park of people may walk around, and they didn't want the bear in the tree. It's a public hazard, right? Like someone could die. The bear could attack somebody, and so with being in the tree is probably a hazard. What they had to do is just wait till nighttime, and the bear came down. I think on its own eventually. It's gonna eventually come down from the tree. But if you guys are all standing there trying to get it down, it's probably like, "Fuck you, dude! I ain't coming down."
That's probably, I mean, I would say so too. So I could see where it might be a public, but we forget though, when we are out in state parks and in wilderness, we are in their area. We should remember that a lot of times. So those of you people that get, mauled by mountain lions and cougars and bears and stuff like that, or you want to interact with the buffalo up in Yellowstone, that is your fault. You're in their neck of the woods. I'd say it would go the same way when we're in the ocean. Hey, you get chomped on by a great white shark or any shark in general.
Killer whales took down a yacht.
Yeah, there's a new thing. Killer whales have been attacking propellers lately, and they don't know why. But whether it's a vibration issue or whether they're just adapting and getting smart and going, "Hey, let's mess with these sailors and people in boats. Let's just take out the propeller." That's what makes it go. And then maybe they'll die and fall in the water, and we'll eat them. But just let you know that most of killer whales, as well as sharks, we don't taste very good. Seals taste way better than us. But
hey, we hunt them. Maybe they're like, you know what? We hunt them, so now they figured out how to hunt us, and that's taking.
I'm waiting for the Kraken to come out of the sea and just swallow boats again.
I don't think I'll ever have that problem because I don't know any rich friends that have yachts. So.
Yeah, and you don't really go to the water at all. I think a pool is a kiddie pool. On top of that is about as far as you'll go.
The water hose put on a sprinkler sprout.
That's right.
Maybe I'll run through it. Depends, but it needs to be heated water. The water needs to be warm.
In the middle of summer, you wouldn't want it heated. Ew.
No, I don't like being cold, man. I don't like swimming because I don't like being cold. I like swimming, but I want the pool to be like 85 degrees.
I'll tell you what things people don't like is lately with the Travis Kelce announcing. Harrison Butker, I think that's how you name it, the kicker for the Kansas City, did a commencement speech at a Benedict College, and apparently it ruffled a lot of feathers. Remember, this is I think it's a private Catholic college. Don't quote me on this. And he made some comments that were unfavorable to the female genders. And then so everyone is banning, on board. First of all, here's my 2 cents. He's entitled to say what he wants to, whether I agree with it or not. I don't necessarily agree in the structure of the commencement speech. However, though, he's entitled to say what he wants at any time. But people are now saying Travis said that if he's still on the team, he quits and he's not staying. Well, let me just tell you here. I did my research. It is not true. Travis never said anything of the sort, and people are running with it. I'm pretty sure Travis could care less about what his teammates have said. They did ask Patrick Mahomes, and he said, look, he's a great guy. He believes in what he believes in. He's entitled to say what he's entitled to. I know he's a good guy. All I care about is basically him kicking the ball. That's it.
Dude, that's the thing. You got to realize you may not like someone. There's lots of coworkers that people don't get along with all the time, right?
Yeah.
Sam's pointing at me.
This guy right here, he says some off-colored stuff that I may not agree with, and vice versa. I may say some things.
But you may not like your coworkers that you work with. Doesn't mean that you don't make a great team together. Just because one person has different beliefs than you do doesn't mean you can't work together to win another championship. That's all I'm saying, you know.
And in this case, you know, what he said wasn't outside of the religious beliefs of women in the household and women in the religion. So it made sense. I would disagree on a lot of points on this to say, did you run this by your wife real quick before you said that? Because she probably might have some different views about it. Like her greatest achievement was being a wife and a mother.
Who knows? He said that.
Yeah, he said.
Well, okay. Well, being a mother, you can say that could be. I wouldn't say that's being derogatory at all. Being a mother, now being a wife as a greatest achievement, not so good. But saying being a mother as a great, you could be the one of the biggest prosecutors in the state that you live in,
right?
And being a mother still may be your greatest achievement because you brought children into this world that you've raised. Now, I would say being a wife, no. I would say being the number one prosecutor in the state might be better than that. But being a mom, I can see that passing. That I can see all that sexist though, you know.
Yeah, and that's what it is. Some have went against it, and some a lot of people, and there has been people on the right, we'll say on the right, have defended it and say, hey, you know what, he's not wrong. But regardless, what we wanted to put out there, Travis Kelce is not going anywhere because of this. Oh, and he did make a reference to this one probably was probably bad taste. He made a reference to Taylor Swift in his commitment speech.
Oh, he did?
So I'm pretty sure Travis would be like, hey, don't keep my fucking woman's name out of your mouth. Or
that's right.
Like
I didn't see I heard about it. And I've seen articles come out about it. I guess it didn't interest me enough to look at it.
Well, and you've been away.
I'm a Chiefs fan.
Yeah, and you've been away from the social media. You admitted 2 weeks ago that you were going to take a break. Sebastian decided he's going to take a break for his mental health, which he's already crazy anyway. So I don't know what he's talking about, but he's going to take a break. But the problem is he's not paying attention to a lot of. Now he's back, I think.
I'm only back, and I struggled with this because we have people at the house the other day, and I posted some pictures on social media. And I really don't want to do that. I had a couple beers, which is probably why I did it. But I really want to stay off there. But I got to stay on there for the podcast. But I think I'm going to share mostly just podcast stuff on my personal page and keep my personal life off of social media. Because I don't know. I just think the podcast stuff is why I even started Facebook to begin with.
The problem is Sebastian, when he gets a little liquored up, he will post anything that he takes a picture of. So if you can get him in an awkward position, he will post it. So
yeah, that's also true.
Yeah. Well, let's take a look. We got a new artist that I wanted to put on the show here. A new song from them. The band is called Lakeview. Now they are a country rock band, but they teamed up with the lead singer of Gideon to come out with this new song, and the song is called Put Your Money Where Your Mouth Is. And I think the metal community is going to be on this. We'll see. If not, throw in your hate comments down below. We'll play them. Or if you're listening to us on audio version, contact the station or come to the loudspot.net or anywhere you find us and put your hate spell. But let us know your thoughts on this band.
We will read the hate mail on our podcast. Let's go.
Yes, we will.
I was raised with a backhand, yes sir and no man, crushing every problem with the cocaine. Yeah, learned a lot of lessons, don't know who to mess with, take it out back like a real man. I hear you running your mouth only when I'm not around. Payback's a bitch and you fit the script, so pony up, boy, you're about to get your ass kicked. If you got something to say, step on up to the plate. Name a time, name a place. You signed the line, got debt to pay. The bird ain't worth a damn dime. Go cash that check, you can't write. The chips are down, can't walk away. So here's a tip for you to take. Wanna talk shit, put your money where your mouth is. Put your money where your mouth is.
I was Friday night sipping, minding my own business. Young buck jumping on the sideline. Never wanna be the bad guy, but buddy after that line, guess I gotta teach you how to act right.
Payback's a bitch and you fit the script, so pony up, boy. If you got something to say, step on up to the plate. Name a time, name a place. You signed the line, got debt to pay. Word ain't worth a damn dime. Go cash that check, you can't write. The chips are down, can't walk away. So here's a tip for you to take. If you wanna talk shit, put your money where your mouth is. Yeah, keep running your mouth. Teach you how we sell shit down south. Yeah, you go run this quick, but a one-way ticket to a foot on your ass. Bitch. Oh yeah. Have you ever got a ride up from a redneck? Get back up, I ain't done yet. Learn a lesson from the Mississippi Kid. Money up, boy, put your money where your mouth is. You got something to say, step on up to the plate. Name a time, name a place. You signed the line, got debt to pay. Word ain't worth a damn dime. Go cash that check, you can't write. The chips are down, can't walk away. So here's a tip for you to take. If you wanna talk shit, put your money where your mouth is. Ah, shit. Put your money where your mouth is. Boom. If you wanna talk shit, put your money where your mouth is.
That reminds me of a little bit of Pantera meets Hardy. That's what I kind of put in there. Yeah.
I was getting to it. It's just taking forever for my he for these of you guys at home, he was trying to tell me, hey, you're muted. He was gonna say it, but he's
I'm trying to symbolize it. I'm gonna start like doing baseball
baseball signs.
Yeah, baseball signs. Didn't we used to do stuff like that when we first started?
Yeah, we used to stick a finger up or something like that.
That's a hat or something like that.
Yeah. We would have some kind of saying like, I'm going to comment on this right after you. Sometimes it worked. Well, it worked between us. It was our third party co-host that had never usually worked all of that great. Well, and then on top of that, Sebastian has a killer run-on sentence. Like he'll phrase the sentence and then restructure the sentence and say it another way because he thinks of it in his head. So
I know I do that
all the time.
It's the worst thing. It's the worst thing. I try not to do it, but I do it
every time. Well, let's talk about Kid Rock. Kid Rock's in the news again, as usual.
See, he does it on purpose, man.
I think so.
He does it on purpose. He does it on purpose. Apparently, a Rolling Stones journalist that went out to his house, and the name of the article is racial slurs and waving a gun around is what the first title of the article says something about that. So you go to think during an interview. So you think he's out there saying this and this and this and pointing a gun at maybe whoever's interviewing him. Not the case. But he is out there, and I guess he is saying, N-word this with an ER, not a hard A. Really? No, he's using the ER, and he's saying it in a way that this is the most badass N-word producer / rapper in Detroit. So he's complimenting the guy when he says it, but still he's saying it. And apparently he does have a gun in his hand talking about Donald Trump and all these other things. Well, the journalist leaves his house.
All right.
And as he's leaving, Kid Rock's almost not wanting him to go because he's probably he probably realized he just fucked up and he's trying to probably justify his views is what I would think he would be doing. But then as the journalist leaves, he pretty much tells him, go ahead and write the most horrific story about me. It always works. It always, in a way, it always benefits him anyways. Because hate mail does benefit people because it gets out there more than bad news is always more receptive than good news.
Right. And I think in his case, he's already been deemed as the Nickelback. He's already been deemed as the bad boy. Why are we listening? And I think it started from the Dylan Mulvaney thing where he shot up Bud Light and he said the things that it probably started a little bit before that. But I would say I would pay attention for me when he started we saw the right wing ideals that Kid Rock has. Now in this situation, guys, the article is from Rolling Stones. Did you get the name of the person who wrote it?
No, I did not write that. No, I did not. I'm not
again because we don't do our homework ever.
We read these articles and we think it's fun to talk about, so we bring it up. Right. We don't really necessarily go into all the nooks and crannies of the article. We just get the bit but we also go off on different topics, so we don't always got to get all the little tiny details of
Now this thing is obviously a PR stunt from Kid Rock. I think. I think he's got an upcoming album that's coming out, or something like that. Because we've been seeing him show up in a Tesla painted like the General Lee from Dukes of Hazzard with Jelly Roll in the front seat, and he's in the back seat at a rodeo. So I think this is just a play on the whole, right wing. We got a political season coming up, and we got Trump. True. So
but here's the thing: if it's a PR stunt. Hypothetically, because you think everything's a PR stunt, okay?
Everything is calculated somewhat.
Okay. But maybe if it gets out there, it is because that's what makes it big news. But here's the thing, though. If it is a PR stunt and it backfires, then people that are tied to him, like you just said, Jelly Roll was in the front seat. Now people that are tied to him can also get looked at in a negative way. So if it is a PR stunt, you better watch your PR stunts because it might affect people that are around you that are also successful.
I don't think Jelly Roll in this case, even if it's racial slurs with the N-word, is going to affect him due to the fact is where Jelly Roll came from, aka he came from the 3-6 Mafia crowd. Kid Rock came from the hip hop crowd, the hip hop scene. So I don't think it's really going to affect those guys. Where let's say it was Morgan Wallen, who has said racial slurs in the back. More racial slur versus trying to be, I guess, appealing to and calling someone that black people can get away,
but also complimenting them at the same time. It becomes a backhand, that's a very.
It's a double-edged sword. It's a double-edged
because you're complimenting someone, but still using a racial slur. Which then it becomes derogatory, even though you're being complimentative. I never thought about that.
But again, black people can say that to each other without any backhand compliments. True. They can just say he's and then put an ER at the end of it.
It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter.
Yeah, but we can't say that because we know better than that, and we ain't trying to get no ass kicking done to us whatsoever. But I think Jelly Roll or Kid Rock in this, I think they're gonna get away with it for the most part because no one really cares. And they came from that background. We'll say that.
Speaking of racial slurs, we do have a cartoon clip that Sam and I put together where I believe he's talking about his trip in Mexico.
I don't know why you're saying it's racial. It's not racial. That's not a good lead-in.
Okay, it's not racial. It's just it's Maria from Mexico and a donkey show. So,
ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the show, Maria. Maria comes out with a donkey.
It's a donkey show.
Hold on. We're white. We don't know this. Okay, we have no idea what's going on. We're like, what's the deal with the donkey? Wait. So Maria decides to service this, bend down on her knees and start.
We don't have to go into graphic detail. We don't have to go into graphic detail.
I'm not going to go into graphic detail. All I can say.
You already did.
All I can say. I said service. She could have been changing his oil. We don't know that. Okay. Changing his oil. Maybe cleaning up his hoofs. We don't know. It was one of those things where you sat there and watched in disgust but couldn't turn away because you're like, I gotta see how this finishes. how this plays out.
So for those of you watching on video, you saw that cartoon animated version of the podcast, which does not really look like us. But, hey, I give the lady credit for doing that in 7 days, about a 1 minute clip, almost 1 minute clip. And you know what? I think we're going to continue to use her, and we're just going to adjust the characters a little bit. If you're listening on audio, you obviously got to go to video to be able to watch that.
I just don't like how your lead into that was racist when you're the one that put, first of all, Mexican music to it. All right, you racist bastard.
I did. You're right.
We were talking. We were talking about Mexico. I think in general, or going down to Mexico, or somewhere. I can't recall because I can't recall all over the 450 episodes we have out here, or something like that. But I was giving the story of when I went to Mexico and we went to our first donkey show. I didn't know what it was. We were led there by the taxi drivers. I was in the Marine Corps and I was giving what happened and what was going on. And Sebastian was over here like, don't, describe the whole show. But he was more embarrassed because
so you don't got to go into graphic detail. You said I said servicing the donkey. She could have been changing his oil, which you don't change,
or cleaning his hooves.
Cleaning his hooves. And you know what? That was a horrible lead into that. For some reason in my head, it sounded a lot better than when I said it out loud. But that happens sometimes.
Yeah, but you've done this before to your other co-hosts. You want them to get the hate. You want people to think. You want to project your racist views on us white people over here because you have
brown.
Puerto Rican. Yeah, you're brown. Well, I'm not. I'm Scottish. That's it. No more.
Is that what I do? You think I do that? I'm sorry, man.
I think you do. So
accept my apologies. Shame on it. We're not going to edit it. We're going to keep on. I apologize publicly for making Sam seem like a racist when he went to Mexico. Right. Even though we know Sam is not racist, he loves everyone.
That's right.
Everyone,
and I hate everyone equally too.
I did like that cartoon though. I thought, I for what it was, I thought it was good. There does need to be some things to it, but I think we should keep moving forward with doing stuff like that.
Yeah, those are great. Those are great. If we can take segments from our show, stupid segments from our show, and make them into a little animated clip of about a minute, then we're going to continue to do it. You guys let us know. Let us know down below in the comments if you guys kind of like those, or if you think they're stupid. We're not going to listen to you anyways, but we'll read them.
We always read them.
Because well, I could say, hey, we shouldn't do it, but Sebastian's going to do what Sebastian's going to do.
You notice we're getting more hate comments now than ever before.
Only on our live reaction videos.
Yeah, but that means people are watching. It's funny because before we got no comments, then it was just like our friends that like it, and the people that comment usually are the haters because they get it behind like, oh fuck this guy, and someone who likes it's just going to give it a like.
Yeah, exactly. They're not even going to like it. They're just going to watch it and move on. That's what we get. We get a lot of views and no comments. I mean, I'm guilty of it too. I watched the video, but I won't comment down below. So we got a little challenge for you guys. Tell us one thing you like about the show. We're going to try to pick a winner and send them a t-shirt. But tell us down below what you like about the show. Or what you say something stupid. We don't care if it's but we want one with a like and one with hate. So give us your most hated comment. So we're gonna pick two winners. Hopefully by next week, we'll reach out to you via your YouTube page, YouTube comment. Or if you're listening to us on audio version, go to YouTube.
Yeah, you still got to go to YouTube.
You still got to go to YouTube. And so find us. We're going to pick two winners. We got some new shirts coming out shortly because we got to stock up for this summer. We got a lot of stuff. Yeah.
A lot of stuff going on. Oh, and Sam and I, we're not going to talk about it right now, but we have a treat for everybody. 2025. So we're not bringing it up, but stay tuned for that. That's going to be big. We hope it's going to be big. Before we play the last song, let's get into the real quick. The Mayhem Festival returns.
That's right. finally, Mayhem Festival is returning. You know, we had Vans Warped Tour disappear. We had Ozzy's Ozfest. That's disappeared. Yeah, you think I know the name of it. There's a
I was like, what is it called? Ozzy's Boneyard. That's on XM.
Mayhem was one of those festivals that disappeared too. So the good news is Mayhem Festival is back. I think they already announced the lineup already for Mayhem. Why is my phone not coming on? But and so if you guys go find it, the Rockstar Mayhem Festival, check it out. It's good that we see these festivals coming back because we need these festivals to put these bigger bands. Now we already have Danny Wimmer Presents has wonderful festivals. We have Rocklahoma. We have all these little baby festivals that are starting to start up, one day, like we have Rock the Equinox in September that we'll be a part of. A lot of these baby festivals popping up. So the thing to you guys, go out this summer and catch a festival, and try to also catch your local shows too that are in your hometown or in your city. These things help propel the next level bands to perform, and also gets the word out about them.
That's right. Let's before we play our last song, I do want to say right after this last song, we do got a band called CHOVU all the way from Kenya that is joining us right after this song plays. So stay tuned for that. And what's the name of the last song?
This Attack
Your Mama, Bitch. The
song's
called Concrete right here on the Loud Spot.
Something inside, it can't help but pick that poison grapevine, bringing you right back, sticking to you like death on a doorstep. Don't you hate it? Get awakened in a cold sweat. Time to break away, there's a way around this. An 11th hour officer. You wanna go on the broken promise, truth hurts, but let's be honest. Cut deep like a switchblade prophet, sinking right down you. Fall out from the chain reaction, it all went radioactive. You put the nail in the coffin. Great on it. Don't leave it to time. Load up the barrel, aim for the eyes. You wanna go on the broken promise, truth hurts, but let's be honest. Cut deep like a switchblade prophet, sinking right down you. Fall out from the chain reaction, it all went radioactive. You put the nail in the coffin. Like death on a doorstep. Don't you hate it? Get awakened in a cold sweat. Time to break away, there's a way around this. Concrete on it. Wanna go on the broken promise, truth hurts, but let's be honest. Cut deep like a switchblade prophet, sinking right down you. Fall out from the chain reaction, it all went radioactive. You put the nail in the coffin.
All right, we are back with a band called CHOVU, who is a Kenyan-based band. They made it here to the Loud Spot. We got Black Moth and Lord Ica. What's up, guys?
What's up, man?
All right, here's my main question I wanted to get out there. you guys are in a pretty heavy dark metal band out in Africa, in Kenya. How do you even, is that like a big scene out there? Is there like a big metal push, or are you guys kind of the outsiders doing it where you live?
Oh well, when we first recorded our first track, or when we started our careers, the society wasn't so welcoming to the idea where playing devilish music, as they call it. We've been seeing the impact we are making on the scene. You see, the Kenyan rock scene used to be vibrant back in the days, but nowadays people are venturing more into mainstream media and all that. So we're just trying to bring the scene back together. It's probably going to take a while, and we probably need more bands. But yeah, we are getting there slowly.
Do you think it's because? Do you think it's because there's probably not enough affordability for like maybe instruments, musical instruments? There's probably not enough clubs to host, shows, or do you think it's something else?
Yeah, you got it right. It's what?
As of what I think of that question, it's about the society. In the first place,
Okay.
the society is coming.
Well, mm, it's also true. No one wants to like pay a bunch of guys to uh, do
Play at
some
their
satanic
bar.
being in a metal band. Yeah, the venues are shit too. Yeah, the venues are total shit.
Oh.
Is it hard to play a concert? Because I now I've seen some videos, some live footage of you guys playing. I don't know, look like a live concert. Those people there. Is it hard to get booked for your style of music? Because I would assume Kenya has its, like every culture kind of has its style of music, like the Mexican music, Puerto Rican salsa, and different cultures have their different styles of music. And Kenya has their own style of music. So being in a rock band, would it be easier to book shows if you played more traditional music that's part of the culture?
Yeah, most probably we would have been the biggest artist you are if you were doing the Kenyan traditional music. But uh,
You
yeah,
want to be a rock star, right?
Yeah, and they say fuck that because the venues are shit anyway. So
when like our vocalist is busy doing harsh vocals, they're like,
The fuck is
isn't he
that?
gonna hurt himself? Is he possessed?
What is he doing? No, I can't watch this.
Now you guys, you
Anyway,
guys are big. I would assume you guys are big on symbolism. I don't know. And when they say devil's music, we know here, and probably most of Europeans know that rock music used to be seen as the devil's music. It's really not. There's tons of even Christian metal bands out there. But when you dress up, and I think this is your singer. I'm not sure in this picture right here. You guys
yeah,
got the face paint. You got
yeah,
his eyes rolled back. You got paint on his body.
yeah.
Okay.
And then on top of that, when they start, they usually like light candles on the floor right in front and do like a little
Yeah,
pentagram.
is that a candle he's holding in his hand?
yep, that's a candle.
With this picture
Yeah,
right here, I want to show you guys a picture, and I want you to look at it. And this picture right here, there looks like there's a bunch of different meanings within this tree. Like something in the middle. You have the flags. You have the birds. Does that picture mean anything, or is that just a drawing?
no, that drawing has actually deep meaning, deep Kenyan roots. The tree you see there, it's
Yeah.
uh, it's called the Mugumo tree. Yeah, that's the Mugumo tree. It's usually mostly associated in African mythology as a spiritual pathway to the other side.
Okay,
Oh.
right in the middle. I see that right in the middle, Sebastian. That little doorway.
And then you have the little skeletons with the eyes and the teeth and the hands showing. Are those supposed to represent the band members?
Yeah, it's supposed to represent the band members because we have this kind of I wouldn't want to say a cult. It's mostly of a band character where every every band member takes some sort of symbol
Certain symbol from
uh, to, to make it more what do you call it? A bit traditional symbolism and everything.
Well, I'm glad they clarified that up just a little bit, because if I came across that, I would think it's a puzzle, and I would be trying to get through it.
It's a
all the way to the end.
No,
it's a maze.
All of your artwork that you guys have is really cool. Here's another one right there. Now, is there 5 people or 4 people in the band?
Those are 5.
Okay, there are 5, and one of them's a female, correct?
Yeah, that's our drummer.
So, what did your parents think when you decided to start a rock band? Was everyone in the band on board with doing it, or was there some hesitation because it's not, it's not what they're used to?
Well, at first it was a bit of a struggle, because our parents thought that maybe we joined the cult. You can hear stories all over the city how boys kind of got into some weird cult and ended up dead. So our parents were a bit worried at first, but then they saw, like, if you see someone, like, the way you know them, and then you slowly watch them being corpse painted and they look like another creature, then you'll definitely understand the depth of the art you want to portray. So at the end of the day, they kind of accepted for us for who we are, because we love metal, and we're not gonna get over that phase anytime soon.
What's the band's goal? What's your goal? Are you want to take this on the road and hit different countries and play your music? Do you have a short-term goal and a long-term goal?
Well, for the short-term goal, we wanna keep playing around. It's fun to play. Long-term, obviously, we wanna preach this shamanic metal gospel out there. So yeah, we hope we can get there. We've already played in Uganda last year.
Okay.
I must say, other countries have better management in terms of putting up a good show. I think Kenya can learn from that.
The artwork is absolutely fantastic. I made a little video, a 45-ish second, clipped one of your songs out, and we're gonna play. And I put some of your artwork on there as well. So what this song is called? What's it called again? I think it's this one, Vermilion something.
Oh, Vermilion Diner.
I think that's this one. I think that's the one I picked. So we'll see if that's the one I picked. We'll play it right now. Here, check this out.
Sure.
There we go. That's a clip I made. I do want to ask, does CHOVU have a meaning behind it? What does that name mean?
Well, CHOVU is like saying an evil force, but that you cannot comprehend its depth. It's something like saying the evilest of evil, something not from this world.
Do you guys have a website, and are you guys selling merchandise yet? I think you guys started selling merchandise with like little flowers or leaves or something on a shirt, maybe. Is that one of your guys' things?
That's that's the artwork for a new album, which we're dropping in the next 5 days.
Oh, nice.
We have merchandise on our website.
And where can people go? Where can people go? What's your Bandcamp website?
CHOVU KE. We are everywhere, in every platform.
Okay. So that's bandcamp.com/CHOVU. That's CHOVUKE.
Yeah, KE for Kenya.
And I do want to tell Nikki happy birthday.
Happy birthday, Nikki.
Happy birthday.
Yeah.
You're getting old, man. You're getting old. Welcome to the club.
It scares me, man. Getting old scares me. But thank you, though. Thank you so much.
You're
It's been
welcome.
a fantastic day for the show.
Hey, I want to thank you guys for coming on to the Loud Spot. And when your new album comes out, we'll try to share it on our platforms as well. Okay.
Yeah, thank you for having us too.
Sebastian.
All right. Yes, sir.
Don't forget, Sebastian. Hello, Sebastian. Don't forget to have another interview for another band. We have around 3 bands more apart from CHOVU.
Yeah, we have plenty of bands.
You can plan for that. We can talk about it.
Yeah, this is a pretty cool spot.
Send me the music. First band from Kenya or Africa in general.
In Africa, yeah.
All right, we want to say thank you one more time to Black Moth and Lord Iko for joining us on the Loud Spot. That's all the time we got. We hope you enjoyed this episode. Once again, don't forget to subscribe to all of our channels, wherever we are, all of our channels. Make sure to subscribe to us on whatever platform.
We're everywhere. If you can't find us, that is your fault. We have made it easy for you, but check out our YouTube. That's the best place to find us.
You can't, and you can't just type in the Loud Spot, and I've done it from other people's phones just to see what comes up, and there we are, all over your visuals. All right, guys, that's all the time we got. Peace out, rock on, and much love.
This is the Loud Spot outro by Nothing Short of Tragic. Is this all talk with no action? No. Is this my thoughts with distraction? No. Is this what I bought that's in fashion? Or is this the Loud Spot with Sebastian? Yes. Does Nothing Short of Tragic have his back again? Yes. Does everything that's good really have to end? Yes. A pimp host has to pimp show, so to get more episodes, make an order, this is over.